You're live. Finally. Actually, I should have started with starting soon. Transition. I'm working on these transitions. I'm trying to make them look as smooth as possible. If you were on early, I blew it up, like in the worst way. It was not a smooth transition. But I think with practice, I could at least make these transitions a bit better. Oh, Merry Christmas to everybody. This Christmas has been a little bit different for me. I had 2 Christmas parties planned, but unfortunately, I caught a little something called Omarion. And I think it might have been through, I was at a volunteer food bank effort, wearing a mask, vaccinated, all that. Still, you get sick. So at that volunteer event, I went home. Actually, I went to dinner afterwards, and I had wings. I had buffalo wings. And you ever eat like heavy fried food, and sometimes it just sits on you and it doesn't feel that great. So that night I was like, yeah, this is the feeling of having 15 buffalo wings and tons of fried food. No, it was a feeling of Omarion. Yeah, so I've been in quarantine for a few days. First 2 days, felt miserable. I think I'm at the tail end of it. Got medication, getting better. But now I wanted to do just a way to get out and escape just by doing some TikTok lives. And Merry Christmas, Max Lawson. Yeah, I'm not going to call it by its real name just because you never know how TikTok monitors the live feeds. So for the time being, I'm going to call it the Omarion. The Omarion. Oh, yeah, thank you so much for the likes to the host. I appreciate that. Hey, Perfume Ome. Esteban, it has been a long time, man. You got 1.3 thousand followers. Have you been posting? I haven't seen you on my For You page. Well, if you haven't, leave me a comment. I'd love to engage with your content just so that TikTok knows that we follow each other and we like to see each other's content. Ysl Libre. This is a great long-lasting white floral fragrance. Great balance. My thought is if it's going to be in an A tier, it'll be like at the back or a very high B. Another great benefit from it is that it's pretty versatile. Well reach, day, night, office, seasonally. I don't see like a wrong occasion for this. So that's what would put it at like an A tier. So if you just want like one do it all, this is great. But if you want like a one standout fragrance, I would say the Ysl Libre is that more vanilla forward, still similar DNA. Probably lasts a little bit longer too. And I'm pretty sure I have it somewhere on here. Ysl Libre Intense. The negative with having a lot of fragrances. Let's pretend that this is Ysl Libre Intense. Nah, just kidding. Okay, Ysl Libre Intense. Sometimes when I go back and I review like my TikTok lives, because I do that for whatever reason, I'm like, how did you not see that fragrance right in front of you? Yeah. So hopefully that makes sense. Otherwise, they kind of are interchangeable depending on what your needs are. Dude, God is a woman. God is a woman. I am so sorry. That one would be a low ranking for me. I don't have an image of it. Okay, so here's the thing with God is a Woman by Ariana Grande. It smells really nice at the dry down. The musk, the ambrette, which is that soapy musk. I don't know if it's the dosage amount. It just doesn't work for me. I'm not the biggest fan of it. On the top note and the musk. Otherwise, the dry down is very nice. I would put it at a B. By the way, if y'all could send some likes and shares, I would appreciate it. And also, Merry Christmas again. I'll be saying this throughout the TikTok live. I'm standing. I mean, Christmas is, on lockdown for me since of Omarion. Oh yeah, Sauvage, great. Sauvage Elixir, a great update to the DNA. I'd keep it at an A. Then I have a traditional Sauvage. I would give that a B. Like Sauvage EDT, I'm still pretty loyal to. Great performance. I just think it's been a bit overused. Now, this is coming from somebody that loves elemi and aromatic, spicy fragrances, especially on the top note side. Pretty positive elemi is one of the top notes for Sauvage. Why did I Google elemi? I should have Googled Sauvage. All right. Fresh spicy. Yeah, fresh spicy just sing to me. Bergamot. Elemi should be in here. Man, maybe did I make that up? No, I didn't. Okay, elemi right there, which is that lemony pepper aroma. It really blends into the bergamot and pepper. But I'm a huge fan of elemi. Long lasting. Only bad thing is it is a heavy price tag, so it is like I would only get it at like a fragrance net or a really great discount. Yes, so spicy. Dior Sauvage reminds me of chai. I like that. I'm gonna keep that in the back pocket of a future like TikTok live. Virtue Vanilla Woods. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of Seven Virtues Vanilla Woods. I've put this at S tier or A tier. So if it was up to me, I would put it at A tier, and then I would put Kayali's Vanilla S tier, which is like S is the best, A is amazing. But they could be interchangeable depending on like who the audience is. Like I feel like if I was making a tier list for what I think my audience would enjoy more, this is me kind of going off assumptions. I would think they would prefer the more mass appeal of Seven Virtues Vanilla Woods. And they're both really great. I think this one is just going to be more rose forward and not as resinous or dark and sugary, but still sugary. Thoughts on Gucci Bamboo? I feel like somebody had asked me about Gucci Bamboo the last TikTok live. Yeah. Are you the same person that asked about Gucci Bamboo last time? Because if you are, man, I love your loyalty that you came back. White Floral Citrus. 2015 release. Okay. This one I'm not as sure of. I wonder if this is an Alberto Morillas. No, it's not. So I don't know the perfumer. Is it perfumer? No, it's a Texas slang. Perfumer. Parfumer. Moderate. I haven't smelled this one, or if I have smelled it in a department store, it didn't ring a bell. It's got a moderate rating on Fragrantica, which sometimes I kind of lean on for my blind buys. It looks very similar to a couple of other things, but if you want to go off what Fragrantica says, They says it reminds me of, I think this is Carolina Herrera's, one of the 212 versions. And that would probably be like a third of the price. But yeah, it's about as much as I can give you on a fragrance that doesn't ring a bell. But if you like it, I like it. Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue. Hey, Light Blue is so solid. It would stay S tier, especially both. It took me a while to like that light blue DNA. I prefer it more in the women's perfume than I do in the men's, but it's still super solid. But to me, like those freshies, the fresh fragrances just have like their wear time of the summer, and that's kind of like where I keep them capped, like the summer season. If y'all could send some likes and shares, maybe I need to switch over to chat. What section am I on? Daily life, dance, chat. Let's get in the chat channel. Thoughts on Barreto Mojave Ghost? It doesn't, thank you so much for the rose. Mojave Ghost doesn't ring a bell, but Barreto usually has some pretty good picks, like from fragrances. I tend to like Barreto's pulpy fragrances, like pulp. Mojave Ghost I have a sample of, but I have not smelled it recently. Floral and powdery. I haven't smelled this one. I will need to give this one a try. I'm very interested in Mojave Ghost. Barreto's Bibliothèque, I'm a fan of. I would probably put that at an A. Nest Indigo, is it on here? There are only a few Nest fragrances on here because I feel like some of them are just like not as popular in terms of like as name repetition that you hear on TikTok, besides a few. So I think Wild Poppy was one of them. Indigo is another one. I just don't have an image of it, but those would be like high B, low A on my book. Or most people would put A. For some reason, Mojave Ghost gives me a stomach ache. Interesting. What would you consider to be a safe blind buy niche fragrance? Mancera is a very affordable niche fragrance brand. Mancera should be niche. Let me make sure. Sometimes it's like, I thought Xenia was niche, and then I realized they're designer. In the end, if I'm wrong, I'm okay with being wrong. But Mancera is a good, affordable niche fragrance brand. Awesome picks. Cedrat Boisé. They just released Cedrat Boisé Intense, although I don't think you need the Intense version. Amazing picks. They also have Instant Crush. Two great entry-level niche fragrances, depending on what you're like. If you like something sweet, warm, and ambery, like Baccarat Rouge 540, Instant Crush. If you like a sweet citrus, I guess it's like a fresh, maybe like a Terre d'Hermès, then I would say Cedrat Boisé. Libre Intense, I love Libre Intense. It is my preferred one over the original. My just thought is the benefit of I think the reason you might put original over it is if your needs are you want a one that does all, because I feel like the original is a great balance for versatility, because it's got more white floral forward, less vanilla, so you could probably, I would see this Intense, Libre Intense is more like evening, winter, fall. I think the original Libre is very classic, day or night, use it at any occasion. Product Candy's okay. Like, back in its day, Product Candy was a B+, but there are so many other strong caramel fragrances, like even Bon Bon, Victor and Rolf Bon Bon. They are updating a lot of the Prada candy advertisement nowadays. So if you didn't know, Prada has hired, I think it's like a virtual reality model to start doing advertisements for them. I guess it's cheaper to pay virtual actors than real ones. I'm not sure. But, or maybe they just like paid Jake Gyllenhaal way too much for the Prada Luna Rossa Ocean. Either way, I've listed this one at C. Just because, like, if I was to direct you to anything more recently, I would probably recommend something that's been that you're more likely to get that's been manufactured within the past few years. Do I prefer Alien or Born in Roma? Great question. I would be Born in Roma. Alien, I am not a fan of. Like, it's not a hate for me. I just purposely avoid reviewing it, just because it's one of the epitome of white floral fragrances that is like, that's nice. And there's an occasion for that's nice. And that occasion is when you just want it to be there. You know, we just want it to be part of the scene. But I feel like there's different musk, different interpretations of how perfumers blend white florals. Sometimes they'll blend them with yellow florals, frangipane. Maybe there's a more versatile musk or sandalwood. But yeah. Somebody got Black Opium for Christmas. Great job. Killian Princess replacement. Check out Parlez-moi de Parfum. Let me type that in. If you have money for Killian, I would say check out this French niche house. I just typed it in the comments. Parlez-moi de Parfum. They don't have a princess replacement, but they have a great interpretation of Love Don't Be Shy. But even some other other fragrances, they do really amazing stuff. Like if you love sandalwood, they have one called Milky Musk. If you love white florals, they have another interpretation. So check out that French niche brand. Thank you so much for following the host. And for those that like and share, I will do a selfie with y'all. All right. I see some people liking and sharing. I appreciate y'all. So here's my selfie with y'all. See? There you go. Baccarat Rouge. No joke. I really wanted to love Baccarat Rouge 540. It's not on here. I need to get an image of it. But if I had an image of it, I would put it at low A, high B. Little backstory. I actually was commissioned to find the best fragrance for apartment communities in their clubhouse. And the one that ended up beating all other fragrances I reviewed, it was close to about 50 cents, like going from aquatic to fresh to herbal to sandalwood to grassy to mossy. It ended up being one called Love Affair. That's the name of the fragrance. And it was a scent that was a dupe for Baccarat Rouge 540. It makes an amazing home scent. It makes an amazing home space scent, like A+, S tier. And I don't know why that is. But when I wore it as a perfume, didn't really get the same type of love. But whenever it's like a home scent or a home fragrance, it's S tier. So something new that you learn. Yeah. Baccarat Rouge 540 you can get as a home scent. I think it's Aromatech is a company that had it as the home scent, but it's under the name Love Affair. Hello de Issy by Issy Miyake. Somebody got it for Christmas. Let me copy it. Don't go too fast, chat. Okay. Somebody got this as a Christmas gift. Man, I love that. You guys got some fragrances for Christmas. This is a classic citrus. When was the release date? 1994. I'd love to know how old you are. By the way, Who are you, LMFAO? Excuse me. Got this for Christmas. If you heard that cough, that's my Marion speaking. Why do I do that? It's the Omarion, not... Nah, never mind. This is a great classic. Let me know if you like these types of fragrances. This is, I believe, one of the more classic cologne accords. Like more herbal, cologne, which is going to give you that freshy. Is it aquatic? Yeah, synthetic. It represents light and airy. You probably won't smell any watermelon, even though watermelon is listed as like one of the undertones for cologne. But yeah, this is a classic staple. Like, it's been replaced by a few other things that are other citrus forward fragrances, like Aqua de Jo, Terre d'Hermès. Yeah, I'd probably put that at a B+. Sci-Fi by Ellis Brooklyn. I have not tried it, but I'd love to look it up. I think this is the one that I've seen on TikTok being mentioned as like, smells like Christmas? Maybe that's a different one. Citrus and vanilla. That's very interesting. And they had Jerome Epinette as the perfumer, which he's done a ton of work for Wilhelm. I'm a fan of vanilla, cashmere, and a lot of these notes I really like. I haven't smelled this, but I'm very intrigued to try Ellis Brooklyn. Maybe one day they'll include me in like their, what do they call it? Like influencers to do PR with. One day. Or maybe y'all should like DM them. Like, do they have a TikTok? And say, hey, y'all should reach out to John Gonzalez. I hear he likes fragrances. He might even have a TikTok account dedicated to fragrances. Euphoria. Oh my gosh. They have a sampler set? Alright, I'm on it. I swear, I'm trying to read y'all's comments, but they're going too fast. Santal Blush. Hypnotic Poison, Dior. Hypnotic Poison, Dior. It is classy, but I think last TikTok live, this isn't it, but I'm using it as an image placeholder. I had it on my last live as A, but I think I would move it down to B. And it's mostly because of the popularity of like vanilla in fragrances today and what options there are. Like, there's so many other vanilla fragrances that I would recommend that you try that are even more celebrity scents or affordable niche, like even Mancera. This is still awesome. This is still solid. Which Juliet has a... see, I'm a fan of this one. This one's super powdery, which even saying that is like controversial. But this is like a very gothy, powdery, vanilla sweet fragrance. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend that as a blind buy, but I just saying it out loud. That's one I really liked. Yeah, so I would either put this at A or B. Last live, I put it at a A. This one, I'll put it at a B, just to kind of put it out there. Say, hey, I would also recommend trying out some of the other vanilla fragrances. Versace Eros. Oh, somebody got Delina for Christmas. That's like a total jackpot. Delina, that fragrance like shocked me. The first time I tested it, I got a sample from Decant Boutique, and I placed it, a sample spray on one hand, and somehow it like migrated to my other hand, and then it was on my body. Yeah, projection, unbelievable. Longevity all day. Intoxicating Centro. The only negative thing I really had to say about this was in some of the sweet notes, I felt like they turned sour. This is me just like being super critical. Otherwise, it's an amazing fragrance. Like, you're gonna get a ton of love from it. Great Christmas gift. Dior Fahrenheit. Where would I put that? Let's start over here. Oh, but for Parfums de Marly Delina, I would rate that as like an A or an S tier. All right. Let's not make it known that I don't know how to spell Fahrenheit. Okay, good. I spelled it right. That's like the most nerve-wracking thing, is like trying to spell words on TikTok Live for y'all, and then like spelling, oh my gosh, he doesn't know how to spell these French niche brands. What kind of a perfume reviewer is he? And not a good one, obviously. Where would I put Dior Fahrenheit? Woody leather, ozonic. Oh man, this is like one of the OGs, Michael Almerac of perfumers. I'm a huge fan. Like, I would put this at like a B+, but because he's a perfumer and I have a ton of love for like my favorite guys, I would bump this up to an A. He also, Michael Almerac, did a ton of fragrances for Bentley's fragrance line. So if this is at a high price, check out Bentley's leather fragrances. Baccarat Rouge should be A tier. I don't have an image for it, but he'd be sitting somewhere up here. Rosa, but as soon as I click on the name of the fragrance, it moves. Somebody says, can I look up Rosa Botanica? Okay, let's see. I love a green fragrance, but I don't recommend them that often, for the reason that they smell sometimes grassy or herbal. But I do love a green fresh fragrance. You have to love them for yourself. You have to appreciate them. Like same thing for Marc Jacobs Daisy. Like, it's very open field, floral, fresh. Fig leaf. I love fig. I love rose. I haven't smelled this one, but the Accords I'm familiar with. Not familiar with the perfumer. This looks awesome. I'm definitely interested in it. Rosa Botanica. Hopefully that helped. Moschino's Toy 2. Oh, I have not tried that. I stopped at Moschino's Toy 1. Yeah, Moschino's Toy Boy 1. What happened was I tried it because of all the hype that I found on YouTube for it. And I get it. There's a ton of love for it. But, you know, I'm just giving sometimes my own opinion. I love a Lemmy, but that fragrance is like super heavy in a Lemmy and pink pepper. And it ends up coming across as smelling like lemon pepper. Yeesh. Yeah. And I don't know, once I thought of lemon pepper when I applied it, I couldn't get over it. So I didn't try Moschino's 2. Fruity, I think I would love. I think I'd be all for that. A master perfumer, Alberto Morillas. Okay. Like, I wouldn't buy this myself because I already have an apple forward fragrance with the robotic AI toy from Paco Rabanne. This looks pretty good. Yeah, I would recommend this one over the original Moschino's boy toy. And people say it reminds them of a Byredo. That's pretty cool. I need to try this. Okay, so maybe I should skip Moschino's Toy Boy 1 and go with Toy 2. Le Labo Le Matcha 26. That one, that's more unique, so I'd put that one at like a high B. Chloe. Oh, Chloe, yeah. Super classic. And I'm pretty sure I had a picture of it. Let's get some A's in there. This is probably a By the Fireplace, Tobacco Vanille. Oh, Black Opium. We'll give it some love. Somebody said they got it for Christmas. This is your Christmas gift right now. We're putting it up there. Somebody asked for Versace Arrows. We're putting it up to a B. I usually have this at a C, just because Versace Arrows, when it comes to apple and mint, I feel like my nose gets tired of it. That's more like personal preference. But I have been pulling this down on my rankings for that reason. I'd say get a smaller size and use it in more of your layering. I layer Versace Arrows with perfume or cologne. Anything sweet, you can layer it on there. Sandalwood, musky, white floral. I mean, just think of it as a sweet vanilla that you can layer on top of pretty much anything. Klein Princess. Okay, thank you so much for the likes and shares. Somebody said Klein Princess. Wouldn't it be a shame if I ended up reviewing Princess by Vera Wang? That would be a shame. Klein Princess, I would put this one at an A- tier. Awesome. It wouldn't be like my first one that I would say you need to check out from Klein's line. I love these accords from Klein, like famous for the marshmallow accords, but yeah, I would say this one would be an A. Juliet J Hag. Yeah, I put that one. Sometimes I put it up at S tier, but usually it's at A. I love the way it smells by itself, or if you layer it with something, it's gonna smell amazing. Gucci Guilty, which one? Let's see. I think there's a few different. Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna assume you mean this one. This is nice. Like, it's pleasant to smell, but it's short-lived. If you're gonna go on a dinner date, a quick ride out, like 3-4 hours max, Gucci Guilty, it's like perfect. It won't be too long, too offensive. It's just a really great, safe fragrance. I think it's citrus, musky. There supposedly some woods marketed in there. I don't pick up the woods that much. It's just more like fresh and clean. Let's see, Emeka Baller Room. Thank you so much for the likes. Angelica, Coco Mademoiselle. That one would probably be A tier. Chanel, citrus, woody, sweet. I mean, it's really hard to like. I feel bad ranking some of like the classic Chanels. Where would I put it? Thank you so much. Thank you for that TikTok boost. I would probably rate it at a B+ or an A- for the Coco Mademoiselle. Still worth trying and testing. Not a blind buy, but I would say like smell it more than once, because you may prefer that to some of the Lancomes. Givenchy Haute Couture. Oh. Givenchy Haute Couture. I try to copy and paste the chats as they come in. Givenchy. Oh, and by the way, we got 2 hours of Christmas left. So Merry Christmas. I think this is the one. I don't recognize this bottle, but when was this made? In 2000, 21 years ago. If you have it, keep it, because you could probably resell it for a ton of money. Or at least I think so. Some of these places are selling over $50. I'd be more skeptical of buying it just because it hasn't been manufactured in a while. Now, this is speaking as somebody who's bought a discontinued fragrance before, just because it was my favorite, although I know it's not going to last long. One of my favorite fragrances, but the 2003 or 2008 Gucci Borom. It lasts like 15 minutes nowadays because it's been almost 20 years. So a great team of perfumers, but my thought is I don't know if you'll pick up some of these top notes as well or as fresh as you initially once were smelling. A Zara Wanted, amazing. I'd probably put that B+. Like a warmer ambery scents, check out Zaro's collection. If you want vanilla, warm vanilla scents, Victor and Rolf, Spice Bomb Extreme. Yeah, this is Crystal Noir. Okay. I really like a warm and spicy white floral. I think this is a great take on a white floral. The year will be more like winter, fall season, I'm assuming. Yeah, I haven't actually. Yeah, winter, fall. I like this. Where would I rate it? Like a B+. Shamari, thank you so much for the rose. Montguerlain, A+. Balenciaga Paris, B+. Penhaligon Salfetti, A-. Very good girl. That one would be... Let's get some images up there. A tier. I haven't smelled this one yet. I will say though that I've heard amazing things about it, so just for where I think I'll end up, I'll probably put it there. Dolce & Gabbana, the one. For the price and value and the longevity, I'd give it an A. Armani My Way, Born in Roma, Daisy, we like you Daisy, but you've had your day. Jo Malone's, they're nice. Bleu de Chanel. Definitely the original flower. Dior Oud Isfem. Let me actually type this correctly. I have not smelled this one, but I love rose and oud. So I have not smelled it, but if you allow me to entertain myself, every now and then I love to read some negative reviews. Can I research perfumes by notes on Fragrantica? Sure. Yeah, I could check that out. Somebody says, I love this comment. Very, very overpowering. This thing forces itself all over the room and lingers there after you've left. It clings to your clothes after you've had a good wash in the laundry. I could not handle the strength or power it gave away. That's almost a selling point. But that's a negative review, I guess. Okay, somebody else says, I tried this many times, and all I could say is I don't like it. It smells like a cow house. It is not the dirtiness, musk ravageur, or absolute pour le soir. Like, it is a mixture of something fecal and unpleasant. No, I will say oud can't have a barnyard-like aroma. And I took that phrase from, I guess, the wine experts, because they use barnyard-like instead of fecal. But I kind of like that dirtiness. And I feel like the rose and any barnyard likeness balance each other out really well. To some noses, yeah, they're not going to get past that. So it's not exactly a love appeal to all noses. Very few things are, but I'm just meaning like in generality. This is something that I would like. I kind of like a little bit of like animalicness to my sense. And you could get away with it a bit more in the wintertime. I'd probably put that at A. Somebody said Amazing Grace Philosophy. Probably say A. Oh, yeah. If y'all aren't familiar with how to research fragrances on Fragrantica by notes, it's not the easiest way, but occasionally, depending on the kind of note you're looking for, you may be able to isolate some things. So in the top, there's perfumes, and then you go to search. So this is how sometimes I search for it, although I know that it's not always going to give me what I'm looking for. Like if there's a market segment, and I usually do something like 2017 or 2018 above. I'll look for cashmere. Like I love cashmere and musk, and once you smell it and understand what it smells like, you probably will too. And something that was rated 4 stars and above. So now we've isolated some things that we believe have cashmere in it. The hard part is, and here's my only issue with like searching by notes, is sometimes some of these fragrances don't market this musk that is being, I guess, tagged in these fragrances. So you're always second guessing it. Like, am I sure that Michael Kors Gorgeous has cashmere in? Maybe it says it. Okay, in this one it does, but on some it'll just say musk. But that is how I would search up fragrance notes, and sometimes you could combine them. So we could do peach, cashmere and peach. Oh, look at that. Fruity and cashmere musk, Burberry Her. So that's kind of a quick 101 in searching for perfume notes and how I kind of would sort them by tier ranking. Somebody says I shop on Fragrance X. I have never shopped on Fragrance X. I've only shopped on Fragrance Net and the Decant sites. So far, results have been okay. Like, it's been a weird range in speed of delivery, but maybe I'll try Fragrance X next. Somebody gave like one of those emoji faces that looks like it's in pain. So let's help them out. Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you. Xerjoff, I think I have some samples of it from one of the fragrance trade shows that I did on a Zoom. Ooh, I love a warm and spicy cinnamon. If I could clip that, I may clip that. Let me repeat that. That way I could post it on my TikTok. Ooh, I love a warm and spicy cinnamon. Yeah, okay. Now, it doesn't sound as good as the first one. I have not tried this one. Looks like it's pretty good. Long lasting. But I mean, the Xerjoff price tags are like, yeah, it's expensive. I'll tell you what. The one that does stick out is Ysl Libre. I have a sample of that one, and I'm a fan of it. Mancera Roses Vanille would be an A tier. High A. Am I recording this? I am. You can find the final recording of this TikTok live on either my YouTube or TikTok. And the username is John GNZZ. And in fact, that's my username. Or if you comment on my last video and say, this is the best fragrance guy in the world, I may even thank you. Yeah. Gentle Flute Angel Share. I think I'll do Angel Share. That one's gotten a lot of love. I bet you that the metrics on Angel Share are gonna show. I made this joke last TikTok live, but if you didn't know, Killian, he comes from the Hennessy dynasty. Like, that's why some of his fragrances have like a cognac accord, and I think that's kind of his like tip of the hat to his Hennessy dynasty. I mean, he's not his. I think it's like his great grandfather's. But I didn't know that. But yeah, Killian's like a part of the same French family that made the cognacs. Am I even saying it right? Cognacs. Yeah, but and if you want even Frencher version of Angel Share, there's even an Angel Share crossover with French Montana. Something to keep in mind. I don't mean to laugh. No, this is a great fragrance. But what I laugh sometimes for is like the amount of times people mention cinnamon roll. Yeah, the cinnamon roll comments I love. Cinnamon roll, cinnamon roll, cinnamon roll, cinnamon roll, cinnamon roll. And I think that's probably why people love it for the winter time. A warm and spicy cinnamon roll. Hello. I'd put that at an S tier. And if you want a Frenchier version, check out the French Montana crossover. Burberry Her, where would I put that? I'd put that in A. Like, it is a good fragrance. The opening some people might not like. The top notes are kind of sweet tartish. Our Moment, One Direction. I honestly haven't smelled that. But just because they're from, like, associated with One Direction, that's got to be like an S plus tier. I'd have to have a tier above S to rank a One Direction fragrance. I don't think they could share the stage with anybody else. Calvin Klein Obsessed, please. Did you get that for Christmas? Or are you thinking about giving it to someone for Christmas? I think this is it. No, this is Obsessed Intense. You want to be regular obsessed, not intense obsessed. Calvin Klein. All right, let me know if this is it. I think this is it. Oh, Killian's Angel Share I just covered. And if you didn't catch it, this will be recorded on my TikTok. No, this will be recorded on my Twitch and YouTube. Excuse me. Aromatic, meaning herbaceous. Guessing lavender. Sage. Okay. Hey, a Lemmy, one of my favorite notes. Citrus musk. Ambrette, which is going to be that soapy musky. Sometimes it can be more clean than soapy. These perfumers ring a bell. This looks good. I like it. Like, pretty clean. And an Ysl Super dry down, which Ysl Super is a very super common aroma chemical. It just smells like a super clean wood, like soft but strongly powerful. Where would I rate this? Like, I've never smelled it before, but I love just to not let you guys hang out and just wonder what I would have rated it if I could guess. So I would say B+. And it's launched in 2017, so you could probably get still decent performance of it. Cloud. Oh my. Great question. Oh man, I don't have an image of Cloud. Yeah, Cloud I'd probably put A tier. High A. Like, Cloud's longevity on clothes lasts all day. Monster Sillage Trail. Oh, we got 1 hour left of Christmas, y'all. I was hoping I could do a TikTok live and eventually catch Mr. Christmas just like creeping, let's see, in the background as he delivers presents. But, you know, maybe he's not going to do it tonight. There it is. Okay. No, this is where I point to show that he would have come through this door in this century if Santa Claus was coming tonight. Gucci Memoir. Yeah, Gucci Memoir, I'd probably put it a B. It doesn't give you the best longevity, but some really like that herbal, grassy. I believe chamomile is the marketed note. But yeah, I'd put it at B. Abercrombie Fierce. For someone who wants to come off as fierce, I actually think Abercrombie Fierce is a really great value. There was another fragrance. I think Calvin Klein might have done something that smelled similar to this. I bet you this might be able to tell me. No, it's Mont Blanc Legend. Okay, so... Reminds. Some people say reminds them of Eternity for Men, Baccarat Rouge 540. Some people say reminds them of the mall smell. Wow, surprising. People are saying it reminds them of Baccarat Rouge 540 on this. I'm guessing it could be some of the herbaceous and piney notes. Like fir is a very common note in Baccarat Rouge 540. So some of those notes could be intense. I don't think so. And don't take these reviews to say that it smells like Baccarat Rouge 540. I'm sure it still smells unique on its own. But yeah, I think even the stuff that they say it smells like Mont Blanc Legend, I don't think it's going to be that similar. Yeah, no. I would probably put this at a high B. The price isn't going to justify it for me. Yeah. Okie dokie. CK Eternity for Women. Whoa. Some of these comments went by way too fast. A drop of Issey Miyake Olympia Paco Haban. Did you know it's pronounced Paco Haban? I didn't know that until I saw, I Google stuff before I do a review on it. Because, trust me, I've been that guy where I think I've pronounced a perfume note as ylang ylang, and then somebody said, you know it's pronounced ylang ylang. I'd be like, well, now I know, and now I'll never make another video without Googling how to pronounce every single word in it. And that's where I'm at. Olympia Paco Rabanne. This is good. I like it. It won't be for everybody. A salty vanilla you may feel more bound to use in the summertime. I'd probably rank this at a low A tier or a high B. You know what? Let me put this at a B. This is still really good, but I just prefer the intense more. This one I have not smelled, so just as a placeholder, I'm just going to leave it there. I believe this is Jazz Club. I don't get great performance out of Jazz Club. Yeah, I don't get the best performance from it. Love Don't Be Shy smells really nice, but I would recommend a different. You should rate Jean Paul Gaultier La Belle Intense. I needed to copy those words because it's easier to copy and paste. La Vie est Belle. I haven't smelled Intense Mint. It's got amazing ratings, a lot of love. I love iris. I love benzoin. And if you don't know what benzoin is, so this note, it smells like not a dirty vanilla, but it smells like a vanilla with more character. Like vanilla could sometimes be too cakeish or bakery-like. Benzoin gives it some personality that makes it a bit more like true to what you think it may smell in a perfume with character. Like you think less of sweets and more of incense or richness. Yeah. Well, there's a little low. Yeah. I guess I could have said it's more balsamic too. Now you know. Yeah, I've never smelled this one. Love the original. I'd probably put it at an A. I mean, I'm just going off blind. Mont Blanc Legend Spirit, B+. And just because you could probably get a really great value for it, I'd say A too. Coffee Break, Maison Margiela. Somebody says, right, Ellis Brooklyn Eau de Parfum. I haven't tried any of the Ellis Brooklyns, but I guess I have to use the... Oh, wait, which one? I rated Sci-Fi earlier. I'll tell you what. I'll rate Super Amber, the latest release. And I'll rate it by never smelling it. By not rating it. Honestly, I have not smelled this one, but they're on my list to try for fragrance houses. It is usually, I'm not the biggest pursuer when it comes to fragrance brands on TikTok. Like, I'm more selective because I already have like a backlog of things I'm supposed to review. Then I got sick with the Omarion, and then once I got sick with the Omarion, I put everything on hold. The Omarion, there we go. Gotta do that once. Zara Wanted, I mentioned earlier, solid. I don't know, maybe I do have the image of it. I would put that one at an A tier. A Zara Wanted. Yep. I like this one. Let me just make sure I'm not getting it confused with a different version. Yeah, there is this Wanted, but usually other people refer to the other release, Wanted by Night. This one I would skip. I would go for the other one. Jump out. Will Commit Toaster Bath. Thank you so much for the follow. And if you're watching this TikTok live, I hope you follow too. Oh, and if you guys give me some likes and shares, it'll keep me from falling asleep on the TikTok. Oh my gosh, y'all are sending likes to y'all are following me. I'm waking up. I wonder if like people can do that, like, whoa, find ways to become more awake with the engagement of their audience on TikToks. Wow, I just asked for follows and you guys just follow me. I should have done this like way sooner on my TikTok journey. Jimmy Choo Blossom. Just for that emoji alone, I would give it an A+. For value, Jimmy Choo has an amazing selection of fragrances. What's tough to decipher is like some of the best deals on some of the Jimmy Choo selections have been at secondhand retail stores where you can't sample. But this is a great, like, similar composition to a Very Good Girl. It's not gonna smell like Very Good Girl, but like if you love a sweet fresh, yeah, you can get this for a pretty good price, like $40. But honestly, if you have $40, I would say try and get the travel size of the Very Good Girl by Carolina Herrera, and that's the one I rated at an S tier. Yeah, I waffle on those two. I don't know why. I really like it. Similar to Parfums de Marly Delina. It's really good, fresh rose. Somebody says Gucci Guilty. I got it today. Wait, this one? Or maybe a different Gucci Guilty. That is awesome. If you got a Christmas gift that was a fragrance, great job. Let me know what you got in the comments. Somebody says they got Gucci Guilty. Maybe they got this one. I like this one. What would I rate this? Like, it captures some of the things I really like about Dolce & Gabbana The One, which is peach and vanilla. Pink pepper, one of my favorite fragrance notes. Like, I can't rank this lower than A, can I? I don't know. I would put it at a high B, low A. Maybe more for like seasonal use. Like, it's not a great summertime fragrance, so to speak, but it's still pretty good. Like, you won't, maybe like an all the time nighttime fragrance. But yeah, I would say low A tier. Ida Lancôme, I would probably put it in an A tier. Somebody says Calvin Klein obsessed for men, not women. All right, here we go. Oh, okay. Wait, are you obsessed for men intense or obsessed for men? No, 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 no. Is it Calvin Klein obsessed? Intense? I think this is it. I think this is it. This isn't bad. Like Cashmere is an amazing musk that I rave about nonstop. Vanilla and amber, really great notes to complement anything in the wintertime. But that's about as much as I can go into since I haven't smelled this one. Doesn't look too bad. 2018 release. Most of the feedback is that it's been pretty long lasting, and the sillage is really good. Huh. No, this is probably definitely worth trying. If you want to have some fun, let's look at some negative reviews. Somebody says, not woody, not animalic, not even close. That's not a bad thing. Sometimes not being barnyard-like is not the intense one. Oh my gosh. I can't do anything right. Well, there isn't an obsessed. Maybe there's an obsession? Calvin Klein. See, I told you I can't spell. Calvin Klein. Obsession. Wait, I found it. It does exist. He does exist. This I would put at an A. Like a masterpiece, a smooth, spicy, warm cinnamon delight. Yeah, I agree with some of these reviews. Like, it's a classic. Yeah. Hopefully this is the one that you got. You may not get the best longevity out of it, depending on where you got it, but usually the darker fragrances in color may go a little bit longer in wear time. Doesn't matter, you know. They've been on the shelf somewhere for a while. Ysl Libre Intense. We've got it rated up here. Let's see. Yeah, I have it at a high A. What's a good for the office scent? Prada L'Homme. Or if you want something that'll just last you for most of the day, Gucci Guilt. This one right here. This Gucci Guilty. Dior Sauvage could be a bit overpowering. Chanel Allure Homme. Sport. No, I would still say Prada L'Homme. Like for office scent. You want clean. You want soapy. Hugo Boss Bottle Tonic kind of encompasses that post soap wash smell. Is that one? Yeah. Prada L'Homme. And even some of the flankers for Prada L'Homme. One of the best cheap office scents is F Blanc by Ferragamo. I think you can get this for like $23 on Amazon. And yeah, Fragrance X $20. Very clean, slightly spicy, a bit more character than just a clean smell. I have it. Marc Jacobs Decadence B. Alien Mugler C. Pink Sugar A-. Dior Fahrenheit, I think I already reviewed it. That one, if you missed it, it'll be on my Twitch live stream recording, but I believe I put that one at an A. Can I rate Yves Saint Laurent YSL Montpellier Intense Mint? That one I did rate already at an A. Boom. Boom. Let's knock off some of these. Sea Passion I like, but I don't like it more than some of the other ones. It'd be low A. Marc Jacobs Perfect Intense? I think when it comes to naming fragrances, some of these brands just like they keep intense in their back pocket. Like some of the fragrance brands, I'm sure they'll think, well, let's name this one Very Good Girl. And like, okay, but let's also reserve the name for Very Good Girl Intense in case we release a new one down the road. And they're like, good idea. What was I going to review? Gosh, it always happens when I go on that rabbit trail. I think it was going to be something intense. Yeah, there's a ton of them. Oh, Zara Chrome, I would put at an A. Oh, thank you for the reminder. Marc Jacobs Perfect Intense. If I seem forgettable, it's because I've been recuperating from the Omarion variant. And I say Omarion in a way to do the wave. Yeah, so last 2 days I've kind of just been in the bed watching movies. So I watched John Wick. I watched did I watch an anime? I don't think so. I just watched some really good movies just laying in bed, which was nice. But not feeling sick. Feeling sick was horrible. A 2021 release, Almond and Fruity. This is pretty good. Not like my favorite one from Marc Jacobs. Marc Jacobs, I think, is a bit overpriced, but I mean, they do hit some unique things out there. Daffodil, Night Blooming Jasmine, Roasted Almonds, and Sandalwood. I would probably put this at a low A tier. It depends on what you're looking for. Like, this is, I guess, I'm going off what Fragrantica says because I don't recall the scent. More of a fall time, colder weather, I guess, fragrance. Yeah, I wish I could give you more feedback on this, but I'd prefer to give this another try. Oh, let's read some negative reviews. This one smells like warm bananas. No joke. The bottle and packaging even has one on the details. I wonder if it's from the musk. I don't know if you know this, but when it comes to, oh, can y'all send me some likes and, what am I saying? Send me likes and shares? I don't know what people say. Yeah, if you didn't know, sometimes beer manufacturers, I believe they artificially enhance their flavors with sweeteners. And so that's why sometimes whenever you smell like a beer, it can smell kind of banana-ish because of the artificial enhancers. So, smells fresh and pleasant at first spray, but almost immediately dries down to the scent of pure hay. That could be tonka bean. Oh, did I get a like or something? Thank you so much. Oh, I have a viewer on... thank you so much for the viewer on Twitch that just followed me. I appreciate it so much. What's the next negative review? Marc Jacobs, perfect for cooler weather, has longevity, got about 8 hours. Smell it throughout a room. Hey, that's a plus. It has dry, deep notes, floral and vanilla, but it does have a sour note and kills it. Bottle is cute, 1 out of 10. Ooh, definitely test it multiple times. French Waltz, I haven't tested it yet, but I will give it a try. My guess is, rose fragrances don't last that long, but I do know that Tyler, the Creator, is a big fan of fragrances. I think even some of his favorite fragrances have been Flower Bomb and one of the other ones, I think, started with an O. What does hay even smell like? Hey, good question. Let's take a deep dive into tonka bean. Can I even look up tonka bean and coumarin? Yeah, so essentially fresh mowed grass could be similar to hay. Now this is going off memory. Don't quote me. This isn't scripture. I believe some of the compounds that are in tonka bean in like the aroma chemical breakdown are also found in hay. So that's why, let's see, much more often this is memorable milestone associated with a substance called coumarin. Many plants contain coumarins, tonka beans, and vanilla. Okay. Wow, I became the most boring guy on TikTok. It's a very common perfume note, but sometimes it can smell like freshly mowed hay. Somebody says it's their favorite perfume note. Now, I don't think I've ever smelled directly hay. Usually it may be like a deeper note, but you may pick it out more on dry fragrances. So sometimes fragrances can appear, I guess, on smell dry. Some could smell aquatic, but yeah. Olympia, I've already got that one rated. Moschino's Toy 2, got that one rated. So some of these recordings, if you missed it, will be on my Twitch recording stream on, Twitch or YouTube. Coffee Break by Maison Margiela, I would put somewhere low B, up high B. Yeah, maybe middle of the pack B. There's some really good competition in B. Irresistible Givenchy, I put it in A. Oh, and y'all, what did y'all get for Christmas? Squid, zoologist. That is like niche on niche. I'm not the biggest fan of inky fragrances, and I believe Squid might be one of the top inkiest. Maybe like B minus. Ted Dermez, hey, a solid fragrance. Let me know what else y'all got for Christmas. Lord of Misrule, Rush, solid pickup. Let me look at those notes for Lord of Misrule. Okay, I would try out more Lush fragrances, but I cannot smell anything in that store. That store is like, everything has a strong scent to it. So when I'm in there, I got like sensory overload, and I can't. Oh, so since I got the Omarion, I realized that my smell has been decaying. So what I've been doing is doing some at-home olfactory training while I still can smell. I take a toothpick, I apply a little coconut oil inside my nose. Then I'll take some essential oils that are safe. Then I'll apply those in my nose. So tomorrow I'm buying some peppermint essential oil. Then I'll be taking like some deep inhales and hopefully just like remembering. That way I don't lose anymore. But yeah, I have noticed a decay in my smell strength. It's not uncommon, but usually they say it lasts about a couple weeks. I know it's not completely gone because there's some things I smell that I'm like, yeah, that's still there. I smelled olives, pickles. Yeah, I mean, there you go. Any honey scents? Yeah, Jean Paul Gaultier Scandale. Here's your honey scent. I think this is a great find if you're wanting something to be like memorable, sweet, like designer. Caramel and honey. Oh, thank you so much, y'all. Merry Christmas. I hope y'all all had a wonderful Christmas. Tom Ford Tobacco Vanille on my rankings. One of my favorite scents. You know what? I should have worn that for Christmas, but then I got sick. I hear my wife watching a movie in the background. I kind of want to go watch it too. Oh yeah, here it is. Tobacco Vanille. I have it up there. Have I smelled After the Rain? I have not. The reviews on it though aren't like, what's a good term for it? The reviews on After the Rain haven't been striking me as impressive. More like pleasant or above positive. This one, I've bought it So to me, it smells up here, but to most, I believe it would fall under B. Oh, if y'all could like, share, or give me a follow, that might let the algorithm know that some of my content is worth promoting. And maybe one of these days, TikTok will host me and say, you know what, let's have John Gonzalez do a TikTok live. And let's give him every fragrance. Every fragrance to smell. What am I doing? This is recorded. I need to stop acting like that. Agua de Goya. Agua de Goya. Excuse me, my Texas is showing. Agua de Goya. I would put it at a high B. Comfort Sud Pacific Vanille Apricot. And then somebody sends me 8 hearts. Thank you so much. Just for those 8 hearts alone, I would give you an A. Fever. My fever is over. I had it for 2 days. So 2-day fever with the Omarion variant, and thankfully I'm at the end. I'm on day 2 of my medication. So I'm hoping by tomorrow, I am more normal. Today was the first day I actually had like a workout. The past 2 days I've just been walking back and forth in my front yard, just kind of like getting some sunlight, because I think getting some sun is really important whenever you're under the weather. As long as you're like in a safe space, you know, you don't want to be around a ton of people. So that's why I'm just in my front yard, just roaming. Which perfume smells floral, fruity, but not too strong? Here's a good tip. If you don't want to smell anything that's too strong, go for a rollerball. Rollerballs, especially if they are oil-based, will diffuse a whole lot slower. So I know that this brand, 7 Virtues, I believe their smaller travel size are rollerballs. Very Good Girl, Carolina Herrera, which is a red heel, they have a rollerball. I don't know if they're oil-based, but they tend to be less, they tend to have less projection or less throw. Armani coat I really love. I'd put it at an A. So random, but any dupes for Hollister Addison? Huh. I mean, we could check. This is my trick. So I'm showing you what I do if I'm looking for a dupe. So this is Hollister Addison, a fragrance that was launched in 2014. Very linear fragrance composition, fresh, fruity, floral. Like, I haven't smelled this, but just looking at the main accords, I would say Chloe, Very Good Girl, Angel Nova. But usually when people say dupes, they want something less expensive. I think there was even one Calvin Klein one that I can't. Wow, no reviews. So this isn't going to help me. So I don't think that I could find anything that would be a dupe for it. But there are tons of fruity, fresh fragrances, and the two that come to mind are Very Good Girl, Angel Nova, and then what else? Is it Chloe? Miss Dior's Blooming Bouquet. Pistachio scents. So let's go through on how we find notes on Fragrantica. I maybe we might find a pistachio fragrance. Let's go something more recent, 2018. Looks like there's 12. No way this is real. Pistachio, Ellis Libre, Girl of Now. I mean, that's legit. Pineapple and pistachio? I never thought that'd be a combo that I would like, but yeah. Oh yeah, Sol de Janeiro. They do have a little bit of a nuttiness to them. Pistachio. Sol de Janeiro Cheriosa 62. And again, this is just Fragrantica's perfume note search. And then Davidoff, Run Wild for her. This one is less nutty, yeah. But it looks like pomegranate, or pistachios in the notes. 2019 release. Okay, so it's not that long. Run Wild. Davidoff for her. I need to practice my future commercial acting voice. How do I feel about Replicas by the Fireplace? I really like it. I think it's not going to be super mass appealing. It's got some notes. So smoky fragrances tend to be less popular just because they smell like something we all try to avoid. Like we have a no smoking section. We have like this tabooness to it. But in fragrances, it's unique. It makes it something that's rougher and not dirty. It's just a haze. It gives it character to me. And it's also got like this nuttiness and licorice character, but it's super sweet and all these things blended together. I put it at an S tier. Like By the Fireplace, I really like. It does take some getting used to. So like I don't recommend buying it and saying keep wearing it until you like it. I just think like test it, and if you end up liking it, you will. But it is one of the ones that I really like, and it did have to grow on me to fully enjoy it. Well, I'm glad you get lots of compliments on it. See, that's awesome. Girl of Now is my bestie signature, and looks like sneeze faces. Well, now she's our bestie. All right, I'm wearing Girl of Now. Gentle Fluidity Gold MFK. I'm gonna keep it at A. I tried a friend request, Maison Francis Kirkchan on Instagram, and I said, MFK, it's Christmas. Your boy John wants to follow you, and he wants you to follow him back. Can you do me a solid this Christmas? He left me on red, so I'm gonna keep ranking his high, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. Merry Christmas, by the way. 30 more minutes in Central Standard Time for Christmas. Zara Perfumes. Yeah, Zara fragrances are super great value. They may not all last that long, but for the price you pay, they're really good. Ebony Wood. What are the other names of the Zara fragrances? I mean, just go on the Zara website and you will see like what the dupes of some of the fragrances are. Oh, I know what I'll do. Go to perfumes, search. Zara. And then go to 2018. Red Temptation for her. And what is this the dupe for? Baccarat Rouge. Red Temptation. It probably won't be a great dupe, but it'll be like some overlap with that ethyl, maltol, burnt sugar accord. Zara Femme. Zara also has, I've heard positive reviews. I haven't smelled it, but a dupe for Aventus. I believe that one's called Zara Vibrant Leather. Yeah, this is a dupe for Dior's Poison Girl. Burberry Hair is amazing. If you're looking for something sweet, definitely try out Poison Girl. Thoughts on Versace Bright Crystal? Funny story, my wife got Bright Crystal for Christmas. And like her stepdad, her real dad, my father-in-law got her Versace Bright Crystal. And he got her Bright Crystal, my sister-in-law, very good girl, and my other sister-in-law, Viva La Juicy. And then, so all my sisters-in-law asked me my opinion on all these three perfumes. And my wife's dad is like, why are they asking your opinion on perfumes? He doesn't know I have a TikTok dedicated to talking about fragrances. So I just said, I don't know. I guess I just have an opinion. And they all just cracked up because, yeah, some people don't know I do this on TikTok. And I forget that sometimes. but it's kind of fun whenever you're on the inside of the joke. Oh yeah, Versace Red Crystal. It's nice. It does smell a little bit more youthful for the scent profile. I don't know if because it's a more sweeter side, but it's still really nice. I would just opt for other ones. That's one thing. Like if you're in high school, maybe going to college. Again, like scent is subjective, but sometimes odor profiles or scent briefs by the perfumers help designate like how this scent is going to be marketed to. I think an example is Burberry London or Burberry Brit. Like some of the, before they think of ad campaigns and they think of scent briefs, and they write these perfumers like, we want this scent to smell like a businesswoman in her 30s, London, independent. I don't know. This is what the Pinterest board would look like. These are the main notes. And somehow, like, perfumers get it, and they know how to, like, somehow get a specific personality into a perfume. And for whatever reason, I think Versace Bright Crystal smells amazing, but I think the personality of it kind of has a younger profile. Poets of Berlin and Mango Skin is on the way for me. So one of my next 2 TikTok lives, I will be ranking all of the Skylar fragrances, and that is courtesy of Scentbird. Scentbird sending me all the Skylar fragrances, and I wish I could say Wilhelm sending me all the Wilhelm fragrances, but I'll end up buying some Wilhelm fragrances, and then also Twisted Lily is sending me some Wilhelm fragrances. Is red S? Yeah, S is red. So S is going to be like the best of the best. Thank you so much for the follow. You know, this Christmas, I don't like wish for a lot, but man, I just wish for like, if 10 people on this TikTok live followed me, I would have 10 new friends. I'm just looking at the chat, seeing if anybody follows. Gosh, no, nobody followed. All right. Oh, wait. Gracie came with Paw Patrol with a follow. Paula, oh my gosh. Y'all are goats. Rat Dog Fairy. Hi, yo. Hello, True Religion Hippie Chick. Wait, is that a fragrance? True Religion Hippie Chick. Somebody says you're the best. Thank you so much. I'm not the best. I am recovering. I'm recovering from... Oh, that's a real fragrance name. Y'all remember that True Religion fad? I had some True Religion jeans. Did I even have seven jeans? True Religion. Yeah. And yes, I know those are Fergie lyrics, but I did have those. Fruity and sweet. Red apple. I bet this had manzanite. If you like this fragrance, I don't know if they still sell this. They may still, yeah. They still may sell older bottles, but I would check out Kayali's Eden. Kayali's Eden has another apple note in it. I haven't smelled this, but yeah, Memory Lane. I'd put it at an A. Can't beat that. Miss Dior. A. Somebody really likes Angel Nova, and it's probably for a good reason. Angel Nova. So ever since Parfums de Marly de Lena had a ton of popularity, we've seen a lot more fruity fresh florals come in style through different iterations. So fruity fresh floral, and this one's going to include a bit more tropical profile. I mean, look at that. Ultra raspberry. Like, they're not playing games. They said, we're done with regular raspberry and we want ultra raspberry. Upcycled rose. Precious woods. Yeah. I haven't smelled this one, but I did smell Very Good Girl. I'm excited to try this one. I'd probably put it high. Gucci Ambrosia. Good jasmine perfume, Rex. Let me see if Fragrantic has got a good search for jasmine. Merry Christmas, by the way. For those that are still in Central Time Zone, or it's currently 6:30 a.m. in my country, but here I am on TikTok Live watching John Gonzalez. Oh, let me know in the comments if you think I should change my username to Perfume Daddy. No. Maybe I should like include something in my bio to Fragrance Daddy or Perfume Poppy. That wasn't mine. It's an idea. That was just something, a username. Yeah. Jasmine's a really popular note. Let's see if Jasmine Sandbach will boil it down. Regular Libre, I bet you does have jasmine. Let me look at Barredo's Sundazed. Jasmine. If you want a sweet jasmine, Barredo's Sundazed. I'm trying to find something affordable. Good Girl Fantastic Pink. Another jasmine. Then I think the original Ysl Libre, maybe more jasmine forward. Except that it could be tuberose. Orange Blossom and jasmine. So we got 3. Decant Daddy. Ugh. See, now I gotta decide. Decant Daddy, Fragrance Daddy, or Perfume Poppy. Maybe if it's Perfume Poppy, the algorithm will send some of my videos to... Maybe I have to speak in Spanish. A lo mejor si hago videos en español, me mandan mis TikToks en México. Okay. YSL. Blue. I like this. We'll put it at an A. Perfume Poppy, please. Strawberry Milkshake. See, I appreciate the vote. Ooh, Daddy. Ooh, Daddy. That one's good, Rachel. Ooh, Daddy. Yeah. That's... Make a mental note. Ooh, Daddy. Advice on how to pick a fragrance every day when there are so many. Yeah, I mean, whenever I describe fragrances, everyday fragrance, I think of like, look, cheat codes. This is kind of like hacks. Look at the color of the bottle. Typically, a lighter color may be a good indication of season. A blue color in your fragrance could mean it's more of a fresh fragrance. Could be more of a summer, spring. Same thing with a green. A green may be more spring, fall. And then variations of brown could dictate between whether it's going to be for a more colder season. But light brown could be more versatile. So Libre, it's light brown. This one right here. And I think it's extremely versatile. It's got a great balance of white florals. It's got a good DNA. It smells very classy. The other thing is very good. Regular Good Girl. It's a great balance of white florals, and you can't see the color, but I'm just saying it's classic for a reason, and it gets ranked so high for a reason because it could be used for almost all occasions. Like it's not too sweet, not too musky. So that's usually if you're looking for something for every day, look for a specific profile. Like if it was me, I would just say I want something that smells floral and a good dry down of vanilla and cashmere, which both of those have. Definitely good girl. I'm not sure about Libre, but it does have a good dry down. Some people prefer to just smell super clean, and so they just want a Dolce & Gabbana light blue, and just then you smell clean all the time, which isn't a bad way to go. Somebody says, what perfume should I get my girlfriend? I would say Very Good Girl is extremely popular. Angel Nova. Some have really liked Giorgio Armani's My Way, or My Way Intense. Gucci Flora, I liked at first sniff. There's some really great picks. So I would see if she leans more clean. Maybe she's like wants to do something for a work setting that's always gonna like smell clean. Or if you're buying it for yourself, like all of these, I think to some extent smell really good. Like one of my favorites to smell, just because it's hard to describe, is Dolce & Gabbana, the one for her. Banana Republic, Tobacco, and Tonka Bean. I didn't know they released a fragrance called Tobacco and Tonka Bean. Why isn't Banana Republic on here? There we go. Found it. When was this released? 2019, not that long ago. They also have Dark Cherry Amber, which is really good. Yep, Dark Cherry and Amber. Somebody says, I'm reading this review on the first one. Definitely sweeter fragrance. That has a tobacco outshined by the tonka bean and vanilla combo. So it seems like you need to love sweet fragrances. Somebody says, I smell no tobacco at all. It's kind of like tobacco vanille. Like you don't really, I'm not saying it smells like tobacco vanille, but it's marketed in the notes. You don't really pick up tobacco and tobacco vanille. Maybe you get like a tiny leafiness to it from like a tobacco type of style, but I would put it somewhere in like B. Okay, this will be my last one. And then I'll retire from TikTok Live. But thank y'all so much for the follows. Let me see if any of y'all follow me on TikTok. Oh, jeez. Holy cow. 10 of y'all followed me. Y'all came through. Y'all came through. Okay. Ashley followed me. K. Wangelin followed me. Rat Dog Fairy followed me. I'm just saying thank you to all y'all. Paula does makeup. I appreciate you, Paula. Gracie XLL. Paw Patrol's worst enemy. Yo, you got 1,000 followers. I'm following you back. Paw Patrol's worst enemy. That's just a cool username. Paw Patrol's worst enemy. And then the bio, that's on point. Bio says no sense of direction. Petty Joel. Cute pug picture. Thank you so much for the follow. I gotta give some of y'all some like great love. Let's see. Tabara. Thank you so much for the follow. And SP Leapy, or maybe it's Spleepy. Thank you so much for the follow. Jeans and Shirts, Kiana, thank you so much for the follow. Y'all are awesome. What are some good rose scented perfumes? Great question. We can go off some of here. So, Very Good Girls, Rose Forward. Flower Bomb is going to be more carnation, strong floral, but I would probably put that in the rose category as well. And then we could do a perfume search. Oh yeah, I should probably... Okay, Anigatal, Nuit de Confidence. Haven't smelled it, but I do want to give you guys just random thoughts. What letter is the best? Oh, S tier. S tier is the best ranking. I could probably jump on here and just give a couple more. Alien, sorry. Like, ombre leather is like super potent. That's the reason why I'm gonna bring it down. La Nuit de l'Homme, I love the way it smells. Just doesn't last that long. I think this is Replica's Beach Walk. Smells nice. Doesn't last long. I'll give Giorgio Armani Acqua di Gio a little bit more love. Last ranking I gave it a C. Toka's getting a ton of affection. I can't tell if this is... I think this is Utopia. Cocoa Vanilla. Marc Jacobs Oh So Fresh. I think I have that one at an A. Why is Alien so low? Eesh. And I ranked it up higher this week. Okay, so Alien in terms of like white floral fragrances is just not it for me. I haven't reviewed it just because I would always just offer up alternatives for stronger tuberose or white floral lavender fragrances. Classic, undeniably a classic, but I don't know what year it was released. Why is Alien, I think, was released on, I'm gonna guess 2015. 2005. Good. Yeah, 2005. I mean, you can still have an amazing scent. Like, my favorite fragrance was released in 2003. If they still made it, I'd still wear it, but they don't. Yeah, so I would offer up other alternatives if you're looking for a white floral fragrance. Maybe Dior Pure Poison? Any good sense with whiskey bourbon? You know what? Try out Killian. What's funny is he came from the Hennessy dynasty. So if you love the smell of cognac, check out the Killian's Angel Share. Or what is it? Oh, also Vanilla Bourbon by Mix Bar. Like, that one's a very boozy vanilla. And it smells higher priced. Smells more of a higher price tag than it is. Definitely give that one a try. Yeah, Dancing Roses by Viktor and Rolf or Angel Share. Tom Ford's Lost Cherry I would rank very high. I love it. It doesn't last that long, but for that you just need either a really good moisturizer or a fragrance primer. Why is Vanilla Woods ranked so high? Because it is a very versatile, mass appealing vanilla. Like, it would either be A or S tier. Like, if it was John, I would say, yeah, it would be, for me, I'd put Vanilla 28 at S tier. But I think more people in my audience would prefer a more floral balanced, strong vanilla that is a great all occasion vanilla. What's a fragrance primer? Great question. A fragrance primer is going to be something that you spray on that's going to be a mix of water and oil and perfume fixatives. Perfume fixatives are going to be ingredients that keep your fragrance anchored and last longer. Yeah, this is the one that the House of Beau sent me. Like, you really can't smell pomegranate extract, vitamin E, aloe vera, but I got an extra 4 hours and of like good performance. But hours like 4 and 5 were weaker in projection, and this is like in the other arm I couldn't smell it. So I think it works really well if you're looking for something that's not alcohol based. There are some fragrance primers that are alcohol based. It's up to preference. That one I believe is more water and oil based. Okay. For reals this time. For reals. Now I will call it a night. Oh, and by the way, if you're asking, Brazilian Crush, I'd probably rate at a high A. Yeah, great value. Fame by Gaga, high A. L'Interdit Rouge Givenchy, that one would be a high A. High A. It's not on here. I did hear some negativity about it, and I could understand it. And it's is it the cough syrup or the smell? Yeah, it is high. Bestie Dior Addict. Dior Addict, I would put A. Okay. All right, we'll leave it at there. If y'all could leave me a follow, I will give y'all a quick shout out. Let me see. I want to say Layla the Martian. If you're a real Martian, props to you. All the way from Peruvia. Thank you so much for the follow. Rachel and Reptiles? Oh my gosh. You got reptiles in the family? That's pretty awesome. Thank you so much for the follow. Now I'm friends with Paw Patrol. Paw Patrol's worst enemy. Ashley, Camille, thank you so much for the follow. And I'm just sending y'all some love right back. I appreciate y'all. There's some other fragrance content creators that I encourage you to follow. I can't name them all. But I do want to shout out the ones that have sent me samples. Just page me. Also, there's one I tagged in the Billie Eilish review. So if you want to see a review on the Billie Eilish fragrance, I have it up on my channel. K Faye Fragrances. I'm not going to spell it because I might spell it wrong. But it's spelled like it sounds. Kaye Faye Fragrances. So she's got a great channel. We exchange fragrance samples. So I want to give those fragrance creators a shout out. There's still plenty of people out there to send some love to. Somebody says, we love you, bestie. Thank you so much, Kjot Bowl. Leela the Martian says, thank you. Somebody says, I'm from London. Oh, Leela says, I'm from London, but your parents are from... You can't be from London if you're a Martian. See, you're playing mind games with us now. Thank you so much. For those that... Best place to get fragrance samples, if you want, like, no risk, you just want, like, straight directly from the designer fragrance samples, Twisted Lily. If you want fragrance decant samples that you don't mind being decanted, if you want international Cologne Collection, Cologne Collection has... I almost spelled Colon Collection. Cologne Collection, they have travel size. You can buy wipes, scented wipes that are like a few bucks. The other place would be Micro Perfumes. These are places I've purchased from before. And then Decant Boutique. These are places that I've shopped at. Oops. And I have an affiliate code with Decant Boutique. I can't recall what it is. But yeah, send me some positive vibes. Because I'm still recovering. I'm on day 3 or 4 of Omarion. First live of yours. Sending some love from Oregon. Thank you so much, Laura. I appreciate that. Thoughts on Armaf? You know, Armaf has some really great value fragrances. But these are some of the sites that I go to for fragrance samples. Outside of Twisted Lily. And you just want the decants. So hopefully I recover. Hopefully I don't have any more smell decay. But I'm still going to be doing smell training. And again, I know it sounds sophisticated, but really I'm just smelling pickle juice, deodorant sticks, and the occasional essential oil. Just things that'll get my nose just stimulated. That way I don't lose anything. Thank you so much, Last Valentine, and I appreciate everybody for jumping on this TikTok live. Again, this is recorded so you can watch it on Twitch or YouTube at John GNZZ. Yeah, twitch.com/John GNCZ. Yes, I've been walking in my front yard. Thank you so much. I will get some sunlight and I will get some sleep. Santel33 gets an A-. See y'all.